Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter of human physiology, that is breathing and exchange of gases. Clear? Human physiology में हमने digestion and absorption chapter है वो complete कर लिया था. The second chapter of human physiology is breathing and gaseous exchange, जिसमें हमें basically respiratory system के बारे में study करना है. ठीक है? This chapter is in the syllabus of 11th CBSE एंड 12th RBSE. ठीक है, दोनों क्लास के लिए चैप्टर है. 11th CBSE के लिए है जो NCERT टेक्स्ट बुक में आपको मिलेगा, ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी चैप्टर नंबर 2, एंड RBSE की बुक में आपको ये मिलेगा चैप्टर नंबर 23. ठीक है, तो RBSE 12th क्लास के लिए चैप्टर और CBSE 11th क्लास के लिए. CBSE 11th और RBSE 11th के लिए भी है, क्योंकि इस बार के सिलेबस में आपके पास 11th में NCERT बुक ही वापस आ गई है. तो 11th CBSE एंड RBSE दोनों के लिए है और 12th सिर्फ RBSE के लिए. क्लियर? इस चैप्टर में हमें देखना है रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम के बारे में. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हैव टू नो अबाउट द डेफिनेशन ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन. व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन? Respiration means the breakdown of respiratory substrate or respiratory fuel to release energy. अब respiratory fuel हमारे पास क्या होता है? Respiratory fuel means जो stored food material हमारी बॉडी के अंदर है. ठीक है, तो जो stored food material है, उस stored food material का breakdown to release energy is called as respiration. So it is a chemical process in which the stored food material gets break down into the different components and energy is released. Basically the respiration is of two types. ना two basis पे हम इसे classify करते हैं. First basis में हम इसे classify करते हैं direct and indirect respiration के form में. ठीक है, तो first basis क्या है? Direct respiration. Firstly the definition, it is the breakdown of respiratory fuel or we can say that stored food to release energy is called as respiration. क्लियर? बेसिकली इसे हम टू टाइप्स में क्लासिफाई करते हैं, डायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन एंड इनडायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन. डायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन में क्या होता है? द बॉडी ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म इज डायरेक्टली इन कॉन्टेक्ट विद द एक्सटर्नल सराउंडिंग्स. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? ये बेसिकली हमें स्मॉलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स में देखने को मिलता है, यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स जैसे अमीबा जैसे ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं वहां पे. तो डायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन में क्या होगा? इनडायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन, द सेल्स और द बॉडी ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म is directly in contact with the surroundings. For example, in amoeba, for example is amoeba. क्लियर? तो यहाँ पर डायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन में क्या होगा? कोई भी ऑर्गेनिज्म है उसकी बॉडी या उसकी बॉडी की सेल्स जो है वो डायरेक्टली एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट के कांटेक्ट में रहती है. अमीबा हमें पता है यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म है, एंड दिस अमीबा, द बॉडी ऑफ अमीबा इज डायरेक्टली इज इन कांटेक्ट विद द एक्सटर्नल सराउंडिंग्स. द सेकंड वन इज द इनडायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन, एंड इन इनडायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन the body of an organism is not in the direct contact with the external surroundings. clear? तो यहाँ पर जो बॉडी है ऑर्गेनिज्म की वो एक्सटर्नल सराउंडिंग के कांटेक्ट में नहीं होती है. फॉर द वहां पे क्या प्रेजेंट है? दे हैव सम काइंड ऑफ टिश्यूज फॉर द गैसियस एक्सचेंज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन ह्यूमन बींग्स blood is there. Blood is the fluid connective tissue which is responsible for the gaseous exchange. That's why the body is not in the directly contact with the external surroundings. So here the example is higher organisms like human beings. Clear? In human beings, blood is the fluid connective tissue which is responsible for the gaseous exchange. So this is the first classification of the respiration. The second one is the classification of respiration on the basis of presence or absence of oxygen. And on this basis, the respiration process is divided into two types, that is aerobic respiration and the second one is anaerobic respiration. Yes, so here the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, the presence of oxygen is mandatory. It means it is carried out in the presence of oxygen. And in the presence of oxygen, the respiratory fuel is getting breakdown and release energy like C6H12O6. It is the respiratory fuel or the stored food material which is present in our body. When this glucose is getting breakdown, then it forms carbon dioxide, water and energy. Here about 38 ATP of energy is released. It is a step wise process. ठीक है, यहाँ पर डायरेक्टली आपको ग्लूकोज से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर नहीं मिल जाएगा. ये एक स्टेप वाइज प्रोसेस है जिसमें फर्स्ट प्रोसेस में क्या होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ग्लाइकोलिसिस. एंड इन ग्लाइकोलिसिस the glucose is firstly converted into pyruvic acid. Two molecules of pyruvic acid are formed. Now the second step is link reaction, and in this link reaction this pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A. After this acetyl coenzyme A is going to enter in the Krebs cycle. Clear? This is going to enter in the Krebs cycle, and in Krebs cycle this acetyl coenzyme A gets converted into CO2 and it releases the CO2. After that, the next step is electron transport chain, ETC, or the electron transport system, in which the reduced coenzymes, that is NADH and NADPH2, are converted into the form of energy. Clear? So the electron transport chain is there, and after this electron transport chain, the oxidative phosphorylation is there. So the next step is oxidative phosphorylation. Phosphorylation means formation of ATP. And why it is oxidative? Because oxygen is used in this complete process. That's why it is called as oxidative phosphorylation. About all these processes we will discuss in the plant physiology, when we are going to discuss in the respiration in plants. ठीक है, तो वहां पे ये सारे ग्लाइकोलिसिस, लिंक रिएक्शन, Krebs cycle and all these things we will discuss in detail. Clear? So these are the important steps, and after that this complete reaction is going to take place, and the 38 ATP of energy are released, out of which 2 ATP are consumed. Total is 36. Next, the second reaction, which is called as anaerobic respiration, and during anaerobic respiration there is no need of oxygen, so it takes place in the absence of oxygen. No requirement of oxygen is there. This can be done in two ways or in two type of organisms. First one, in yeast. Yeast is a fungus which respire anaerobically. There is no need of oxygen. Energy is produced here, but the little or very small amount of energy is produced. No complete breakdown of food is there. Clear? So here the C6H12O6, it means the glucose is going to converted into ethanol, C2H5OH. It is ethanol. Carbon dioxide is released and small amount of energy, that is about 2 ATP of energy is produced. This process is going to completed in the absence of oxygen. That's why the complete breakdown of glucose is not taking place. This process is called as fermentation, in which the sugar is converted into alcohol. This is the sugar, glucose is the sugar, and this is ethanol. So the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called as fermentation. Second type taking place in the muscle cells. In the muscle cells and in RBCs. Why in RBCs? Because we know that in RBCs mitochondria are absent, and without mitochondria there is no aerobic respiration is going to take place, because mitochondria is the place where the synthesis of energy is going to take place. So here in RBCs mitochondria are absent, that's why an aerobic respiration is not there and anaerobic respiration is going to complete it. In this type, firstly in muscle cells. In muscle cells only during the excessive physical exercises. Clear? So in muscle cells the condition is only during excessive physical exercises. At the time of exercises, the requirement of oxygen is increases in the body, and our lungs and our heart cannot fulfill the requirement of oxygen very fastly. So that in that case, the muscle cells also respire anaerobically. Clear? In that case, the glucose molecule is incompletely break down and form lactic acid. Here is no formation of carbon dioxide. Less amount of energy is there. And what is the amount of energy? It is about 2 ATP of energy. Carbon dioxide release is not there. Lactic acid is formed, and this lactic acid causes muscular cramps in the body. After doing excessive physical work, muscular cramps occur in the muscles. These muscular cramps are due to the deposition of this lactic acid. And in RBCs also anaerobic type of respiration is there. So this is the two different types of anaerobic respiration in case of yeast and in case of the human muscle cells or the animal muscle cell. So this is the different type of respiration. Now we are going to study about different steps. Now the steps which are going to I'm sorry. The steps which are going to complete it during the complete process of respiration. So we are discussing about all these steps in detail. So the steps are there. First step is breathing. Breathing is the process in which inhale of oxygen and exhale of carbon dioxide takes place. Clear? So it is only the process of gaseous exchange. So here breathing, or it is also called as ventilation. The first step is breathing or ventilation. The second step is exchange of respiratory gases between alveoli of lungs and blood. So the second step is exchange of respiratory gases between alveoli and blood. Okay? Between alveoli of lungs and blood, the exchange of gases means exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is going to take place. The third step is transport of respiratory gases by blood. So here, third step is transport of respiratory gases by blood. This is the third step. Clear? The fourth one is exchange between blood and the tissues. Now the exchange of gases. So the exchange of gases between blood and tissues. And after that, the next step, the glucose breakdown using the oxygen to release energy. So the next step is breakdown of glucose using oxygen to release energy. So these are the important 5 steps in which the process of respiration is going to completed in the organisms. First is breathing, means inhale of oxygen and exhale of carbon dioxide gas. Then exchange of respiratory gases between alveoli and blood. ठीक है, alveoli lungs में जो alveoli है वहां पर ऑक्सीजन जा रही है जो हमने इनहेल किया है, वहां पे ब्लड और एल्वियोलाई के बीच में गैसेस एक्सचेंज होता है. एल्वियोलाई से ऑक्सीजन ब्लड में डिफ्यूज होती है, ब्लड से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एल्वियोलाई में डिफ्यूज होती है. आफ्टर दैट ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ रेस्पिरेटरी गैसेस बाय ब्लड. ठीक है, जो ऑक्सीजन ब्लड में आ चुकी है, दैट ऑक्सीजन इज ट्रांसपोर्टेड इनटू द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी और डिफरेंट सेल्स ऑफ द बॉडी, where the exchange of gases between blood and tissue is going to take place. And when the oxygen is reaches to the tissue or each and every cell, then the breakdown of glucose is going to takes place to release energy. So these are the important steps of respiration. We will discuss these steps one by one in our next videos. Till then, please completely watch the video. Thank you very much.